So we just wrapped up another fantastic Thanksgiving, and many of us are back after the long weekend. And I'm not sure what was more stuffed, the turkey or me, but I love the fact that we as a family get together, eat a ton of food, and just stop and take the opportunity to be grateful, no matter what's going on in our lives. Because look, there have been many points where I was very lost in the storm of all that was going on in life. Whether it was the intense pressures of running a business, campaigning, or 5 years ago at Thanksgiving, I lost my mother. That was a hard Thanksgiving to be thankful. See, not long before, I had taken on a new role as CEO of a healthcare technology company, and we were excited to get going, get off the ground. We had raised new money, we had got an exciting new client, and we were getting ready to deploy. And then COVID hit, and that was it. We got delayed. On top of that, it was just the personal stress of the world shutting down and just the fact of the strangeness of the pandemic. It was stressful on all of us. Humans hate uncertainty. But my mother's health had been bad for some time, and we sort of expected it, but not really. And so on Thanksgiving weekend of 2020, I'd taken on a massive uphill challenge professionally. I was navigating the new normal of the pandemic life, and I was dealing with the death of my mother. And yet, it was gratitude that got me through it. Look, as crazy as this time was for me, it was far from the only time life was crazy, let alone even the craziest. I had learned that in the storm, the only way through the darkness is to remember that light still exists. And this is not woo-woo stuff. This is not just an empty pep talk. Science has proved that when we pause and reflect on things that we're grateful for, it activates the reward systems in our brains, strengthening our motivations and our decision making. And of course, that leads to reductions in negative brain activities, making it easier to connect socially and reducing depression and anxiety. And not just temporarily. This is a prolonged effect. The more we do this, the longer it lasts. But the lesson here is, like you, I've experienced periods of extreme stress, and I'd argue I've probably experienced more than most. But I've always lived out this practice. Sometimes it's just sitting at my desk finding three things. Sometimes one of those things is just being grateful to take on the challenge that I'm in the middle of. I'm clearer, I'm more creative, and I have breakthroughs when I speak gratitude into my life. So take a moment today and every day for a little Thanksgiving.